Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Jack 3 Wastelands Orb Challenge guide. I'm just going to jump right into this. We're going to head out to our first challenge, which is a search and find. I believe we have 3 or 4 search and finds, a spirit chase, and a race. There's another one. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll find out when we get there. So we're approaching our first challenge here, which is a search and find. Not too hard, and as usual, I will be putting text on the bottom of the screen that tells you when these challenges unlock.
Find this spot quickly, or face the pain of failure.
So it's on a rock, and it's not too far away, so we're actually going to jump on the hoverboard and head over that way. I'm going to use some 360s to pick up some speed. I'm going to try and make this jump. Nope. Jumping out and punching it is much faster. I'm gonna head back to the car. Head out to the next one, which is another search and find, not too far away. It's gonna be right around this corner on this little ridge. I'm going to just go ahead, and once I park, I'm going to make sure that the car is pointing in the right direction, which is roughly that way. It'll help us save a few seconds.
Must have quick feet. Get to this spot in time for a reward.
So this one is out in the open, so it's hard to tell exactly where it is, but it's actually on that little hill on the right of the screen. I'm going to go around these trees, up the hill, and as we come up across it, you should see it. There it is. I'm going to head out to this next one. I believe this next one is the spirit chase. It's similar to the light that we followed around in Spargus City. That was some nice air. Alright, here it is.
Let us see how fast you really are. If you're fast enough to follow me, you can catch me at the end. Too slow, and I will vanish, as will your hopes to defeat this challenge.
Alright, so there's no worry in losing time or anything like that. All you want to do is make sure you can see the spirit as you chase it. The only issue is these bumpy hills. You might flip, lose a little bit of time and lose sight of it. I'm going to jump off this cliff to chase it and do that. But we're not going to do that. We're going to try again. Facing the right way this time. Just going to follow it as we did last time. But instead of going off the cliff, we're going to go around it, which puts us farther away from the spirit, but we can still see it, which is fine, and the sand shark is fast enough to keep up with it. It's going to lead us roughly around a good majority of the northeast section of the Wastelands. It's not going to do anything too crazy. It's going to take us through some hills, over a few hills. It's a good thing there's no marauders spawning, because this makes it a lot easier. It's going to take us a little towards the ocean. I'm just going to follow these hills. Going to take us over a decent jump, and then right back to where we started. Awesome. Now we're going to head out to the third search and find challenge, I believe. Yes. This one is made a little harder if you've already done a lot of the challenges and you just happen to miss this one. Because this one actually points out another challenge, which really helps you locate where this is.
Use a faster transport to find this spot in time. Good luck.
So it's on the edge of one of the ramps across all those canyons, but in the left corner you could see one of the challenge posts, which helps us find where that is, because there's only 2 ramps in this entire area that are next to a challenge post. And that was it, and that was a bad jump. We're going to follow the river. We're not going to go back up to that challenge just yet. We're going to follow the river to this search and find over here. I'm going to try and get out of the river to make this go a bit faster. And you can see 2 challenges in the distance. We're going to hit the search and find. I probably should repark the car to point in the right direction, but oh well. Alright, so it's on the river, but it's actually at the very end right here in this little pond. Just barely gonna make it. Oh yeah, 1 second left. That was close. I'm gonna drive badly for a little bit. We're gonna actually head up the hill back to this challenge to see what it is. So I know the one by the search and find is a race, but I don't remember what this one is. Stop, Marauders. Stop. Alright, so it cost a lot of skull gems. Oh, this is the jump challenge. So these are 5 separate challenges all in one. I'm going to do this in a separate video, because each one is about a minute or 2 long. And they are actually pretty challenging. I'm just going to head back down the hill towards the tunnel. This one is a race, and it's a very hard race. The times are, I believe, 4 minutes 40 seconds for bronze, 4 minutes 30 for silver, and 4 minutes and 25 for gold. So these are just a few mess ups that I've had. They only cost me like 3 or 4 seconds, but they really ruin a run. Blowing up also ruins a run. Be careful with your boosts. Alright, for real this time. So I've actually done this like 10 times before I got a good run. Weaving through these marauders here, picking up the boost. I'm not using it immediately because what I want to do is use it to cut past that marauder there. And we're going to pick up this boost and save it. We want to use it right at the edge of this ramp. This is going to help us clear the river. That bump wasn't too bad because it actually dropped us on our tires and in roughly the right direction. I pick up that boost, save it to just gain a little bit of speed here. You want to stay on the inside curves of these turns. If you've played any racing games or watched NASCAR, you know that you have to travel less when you're on the inside of a turn. The same as here, saves you seconds. You want to get roughly, you want to aim for, at the very worst for your first 2 laps, 1 minute and 30 each. And for your last lap, you want to do 1 minute 24, which is actually really difficult to do unless you do it perfectly. So it's more feasible to go try and get like 1 minute 28 for each one, which I'm not sure if my math is right there, but it should be really close. So that was lap 2. I believe it was just under 1 minute 30, which is fine because the first lap is going to be slower than the rest. I'm going to save this boost to just get out of the tunnel quickly. And it's going to be the same thing. We're going to pick up this boost, wait till the edge of the ramp, boost to get over the river faster, which puts us on the inside curve of this turn. We're just going to transfer across to the inside curve of this turn. And it's kind of hard to hear, but every time I go to pick up one of these boost charges, I let off the gas a little bit, and that reduces the chances of skidding if I have to turn sharply right after. So just keep using those boosts. I think you need to get all of them to get under a gold. I'm also not sure what the vehicle requirements for this race is. I don't know if you have to be in the Sand Shark or if you can use others. But it is definitely possible in the Sand Shark. Just really tough. So going through these 2 hills, up this little ramp to get this charge, I'm going to save it here just to make this turn go a little faster and shave off a few seconds. Which I think made that lap about a minute 26, minute 27. Which is really, really good. Just going to keep going through. Same thing. The first boost charge that you get in the tunnel on lap 1 is vital to pulling away from the Marauders. Alright, so that probably lost us about a minute or a second or two, which isn't too bad. Just staying close to the curves once again. This took me like, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, it took me like 10 tries to actually get this run. This is one of the harder races in Jack 3. Just gonna boost again. Keeping an eye on the time. We're getting close to 4 minutes. Boosting immediately. Want to keep up our speed here. And then for this last boost, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. I'm not going to use it immediately. I want to use it to get around this turn faster. And done. So that was a second and 22 nanoseconds faster than the required time. But that's it for part 2. I'll see you in the jump challenge.